I'm Irena Barton. I'm really very passionate about EFT. I'm an EFT master trainer, and for the last 10 years, I've been teaching EFT to clients in Bulgaria. My clients even flew from other countries. I hope you know the points. I will repeat them once again. EFT is a desensitization technique, which is simple tapping on acupuncture points on the head and upper body or the end of the fingers, while we are tuned into a unpleasant sensation, feeling, emotion, whatever is troubling and bothering us. And it reduces this feeling very quickly because it has scientific research had discovered that this acupuncture stimulation points dampens or reduces the activation of the stress center in our brain, which is the amygdala. And this is how we can feel comfortable and safe and engaging in an unpleasant discussing something unpleasant, being able to remember some unpleasant memory or something that is bothering us, because when the stress center is activated, like when, as if a tiger is running after us, there is no rational thinking in this moment. It is only survival. Our instinctive brain is activated and we are functioning below our capacity. So it is really important when we're making decisions like what to do with our money or how to manage our funds, it is really essential that we do this with our coolest brain, with our calmest sense in the body. And we do it from the sense of safety, not as if we are chased by a tiger in the jungle. So this is, in short, the tapping points are at the karate chop. We state the problem while saying something positive at the same time that will help us accept ourselves despite the presence of this moment, this problem. Then we repeat this setup. This is called setup statement. Then we tap on the top of the head while staying tuned into the unpleasant feeling for a moment. The beginning of the eyebrow, side of the eye, under the nose, on the chin, on the collarbone, and then under the arm. Afterwards are the finger points, and they are on the ridge of each finger at the base of the nail. And we tap each fingers, and because the point is on the opposite side here, you can do it like this, and you don't have to think about, or just tap the finger. It doesn't matter. It's not a mistake. When I do these classes, I usually introduce a part of EMDR, or the longer version of EFT, which is now omitted because it's a shortcut. I'm going to guide you through this. We are doing 9 strange looking things, engaging our eye movements while tapping a particular point between the ring finger and the pinky. While doing this, we close our eyes, we open our eyes, we look down deep right, deep left, then we do a clockwise circle as if there is a clock in front of us, an anti-clockwise circle as if there is a clock in front of us. Then we hum a tune, usually Happy Birthday, and then we count from 1 to 9, and then we hum again. And we repeat the sequence of tapping. All this tapping through the points is called a sequence. Now, the crucial thing when we do the tapping is being focused on it, tuning into it, allowing the unpleasant sensation for a bit to go in. So I usually do this and instruct my clients to provide privacy for themselves when they're having a session, a private session with me. and make sure that there isn't other people whom, if you don't want to share too much, funnily enough, the closest to us are probably the people who triggers us most. So do provide the privacy that makes you feel more comfortable. And I will now ask you just to think about the present days and the anxiety, the staying at home, the unknown situation. Believe it or not, but staying at home, trapped in this unknown territory that we landed in, is a kind of trauma. I mentioned that the last on the last class. Trauma, it's very simple to get traumatized. We have to feel helpless, and there has to be a threat to our survival. So we feel helpless, and we feel the horror from all the stories of dead people coming in, and how we have to protect and to isolate, and making any person that we pass on the street a potential enemy, you know, carrier of the virus. So this is life-threatening. It may, your primitive brain responds even to not a real imminent threat to your survival, but a perceived threat to your survival. And if you don't have any way to release, to change your situation, to release the boundary, the entrapment, to get out of your entrapment, you may feel like an animal which is being threatened for their lives. So I'm now going to ask you guys to think about your financial situation and to rate it, but not the financial situation itself. Notice how anxious you feel about it, how much tension in the body it brings to you. When you think about it, how does it feel? And give it a rating, and come back to me with some rating. And we'll proceed very safely. I'm taking notes, and this will a little bit slow down our communication. Because our safety is really important, I'm not next to you. I'm going to ask you to imagine that this problem, this money problem, is happening to a friend of yours, or to a character that you are watching on the screen of the television in a film that you're watching. Can you do this for me? Mm-hmm. Just imagine you're watching your television and you're seeing other people that are in serious, not just financial, but life crisis. It's a completely shocking situation. And tell me what comes to mind in this, when you're watching this film. What do you think they are feeling? Panic and extreme stress and fear. Okay, fearful of the future. But when we say anxious, anxiety is a very general thing. Mm-hmm. Is it a worry? Is it obsessive thinking? These thoughts that are going around and around. So these thoughts, okay. I call them obsessive thoughts because I can't, this is the shortest way I can call them. Fear of the uncertainty. Okay, mm-hmm. Now we shall be tapping for these people on the screen. Mm-hmm. Is that okay?
Yeah.
I'll tap on the karate chop and I will say, even although they feel this fear and worry, I am safe right here, right now, at home. Even though these people are so anxious, they are really in panic, fearing to the extreme. I'm safe right here, right now. Even although these people are really challenged by anxieties and worries, so much fear. No one knows what is going to happen. I'm safe right here in my home, and it's okay. It's okay to be me. And we'll tap on the top of the head. They're feeling all this fear. Just repeat the tapping on the top of the head. These anxieties, these worries, what is going to happen? All these thoughts running through my mind, running through their mind, sorry. This fear of the future, so much unknown, it's uncharted territory. All these worries for money, all these worries, all these worries, all these worries, and so much fear of the future, so much worry. Now take a deep breath. I didn't ask you at the beginning what rating, what intensity was for the people that you were watching on the screen, but I can ask you now, is it the same when you look at them? What do you think? Is it the same as it was before? Do they look to you equally stressed and anxious? Now, since you're feeling calmer, now I can engage the rest of you. I will engage you to think now about your own situation. And think about the fear of the unknown, the uncertainty, all the money worries. And what thoughts come to mind? Can you first give me a rating from 0 to 10, 10 being the top and 0 being the lowest? You don't have worry, obviously, we are not there yet. What's your number? Okay, uncertainty, anxiety. In general, these are the same thing that we observed from the people on the screen. I'm going to invite you to notice where in the body do you notice this uncertainty and fear? Is it pressure in the head? Is it some kind of lump in your throat? Is it in the chest? Is it a ball in the tummy? Is it your feet are trembling, they're wanting to run away? Do you notice anything in your body when you're thinking, looking at your bank account, looking at your statement and realizing, oh my gosh? Okay, guys, we shall now do a round of tapping about these complaints, and we'll try to see how it lowers so that we can restore a calm and peaceful brain function. Even although there is so much fear and anxiety, I can lose everything. I really don't know how to face this challenging situation. How to accept me here. Even although This is so stressful and full of fear that even my body feels the tightness in the chest and the constricted throat. I don't know how to accept this. It feels so scary. Even although I have this fear of the uncertain future, and that makes my body choke or stress, constrict. I choose to feel calm and peaceful now because I'm at home and there is no tiger running after me. So we'll tap on the top of the head this fear. What will happen? We don't know. So much uncertainty. So much worries. And I can lose everything that I have worked so hard for. This is so worrying. I have never experienced such worry before. Maybe, I don't know, I'm guessing. It is very worrying. It's very scary. And it's giving me a lot of panic. I can lose everything. Now let's do the 9 strange thing. We'll close eyes. We'll open eyes. We'll look deep down right, deep left. We'll do a clockwise circle with our eyes while tapping, and then anti-clockwise circle. Then we'll hum Happy Birthday together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we'll hum again. And we'll continue on the top of the head. All this worry. It is so scary. And all these thoughts, what is going to happen? All these thoughts, what if I lose everything? I have worked so hard for all this. I feel this constriction in my chest, this constriction in my throat, and I can't even breathe properly. It is so scary. I can lose a lot. And this will be the end. It will be big loss. Now take a deep breath and notice how you feel. Give it a rating and come back to me. Before I move on, I would suggest that we do another short round of tapping to reduce this fear of the unknown, fear of the uncertainty, the scary thing. Just a quick round, even although I still have this fear for money. I may lose a lot, everything that I have worked hard for. I choose to feel safe at home. Even although I still feel so much fear, so much worry, I choose to remain calm and peaceful. I will just tap this remaining fear that's giving me tightness in my chest. This remaining fear that makes my throat constrict. This remaining fear of the uncertainty of the future. This remaining fear that constricts my breathing. I can't breathe properly. This remaining fears and worries about money. These remaining fears. These remaining fears. It is so unnerving. It really gives me insomnia. I can't sleep at night. This is a wild guess, but I've heard it from people. Okay, all these worries, all these remaining worries. Take a deep breath and come back to me with a rating. Now that we are below 5, I'm going to ask you, again, look at your bank statement or look at your financial situation. And without going into details, but what is the thing that brings most discomfort? What is the most scary thing? What are the thoughts that run through your mind? They are probably constantly there and you don't even notice thinking them. You may be preparing your meal while this is going on and on and on. Have you noticed what is most worrying you? Guys, everyone is experiencing this at the moment.
Yeah.
And I'm going to ask you again, notice when you're thinking about this, gosh, what's going in, and I'm spending the same, and I can't stop spending it. That's life. What happens in your body? My whole body tenses up. The tightness in the chest comes up. Right. So let's do a little tapping on this because it's a big worry. I'm spending the same way, but my income is not the same. Even although I'm really worried, my income is not the same as it used to be. But I have to spend. It's inevitable. That's life. I want to feel calm and peaceful, even although I'm really worried that I spend more than I earn. How long can I survive like this? I choose to feel calm and peaceful, even although I don't know how long will I last with no money coming in and all the expenses. I need all the support at the moment. If anyone is going to help me, they are welcome to come and help now. I'm opening my mind, attention to any help. And let's tap. All this worry, my income is not as my expenditure. I'm not getting the same money. But I have to spend, it's inevitable. I have to pay my bills. I have to buy food. But the money's not coming in. And everyone's the same at the moment. This is making all my body tense again. When I'm thinking about my income and my expenses, all this tension in my body. When I'm thinking about the money coming in and out, let's do a little tapping on the back of the hand and think about this, not enough money coming in, but a lot of money going out. Close eyes, open eyes, you look deep down, left, right. Now, anti-clockwise circle and clockwise circle. And now let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's come together. Happy birthday. And let's count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And continue on the top of the head. All this worry about income and expenses. How am I going to pay my bills with no money coming in? I don't know what my income is now. I keep spending. I'll probably max up all my cards. And it is so scary because I don't know when this is going to end. It makes my body tense. I feel my breathing so constricted. I'm really so scared with all this uncertainty. Nothing is the same, and I can't predict, I can't prepare myself. I have no strategies. Now take a breath, have a sip of water, and notice how you feel on the inside. Is it the same constrictions? Have any other thoughts come up to you? What is the next best thing that is bothering you, that is giving you most worry? I may add a little more words to provoke your thinking process, because I have my own experience. I have been watching and working with other people that have been in the same unpleasant situation. So let's do a little bit of tapping. Even although I don't have a safety net, and it will be a big fall, it will hurt. Just ask the question, how am I going to survive? Even although I don't know who to rely on now, even the government is in trouble. How are we all going to survive? Even although everyone is in the same trouble, just ask the question, how are we going to survive? And just let's do the tapping. How are we going to survive? I don't have a safety net. I'm relying on other people or the government, and even they are in trouble. I have nothing to support me. I don't know how to protect myself from this free fall. And at the moment, the money is disappearing, my money is disappearing, I'm spending it. But I have to keep buying food and paying bills. How am I going to survive? Even the government is in trouble. Who is going to help me? How are we all going to survive? What if all this becomes a real big trouble, that I will never come out of it? And let's tap on the back of the hand, closing eyes, opening eyes, look deep down left, deep right, anti-clockwise circle, clockwise circle. Now hum. And count 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again hum. And keep tapping so many worries. All these worries. How am I going to survive if I don't have safety net? I have nothing to rely on. Nothing is going to stop my free fall. I'll probably get in debt. And I will never come out of it. It will be horrible. I might have to be pushed to sell something valuable to me. I may lose all that I have worked so hard for. It's unthinkable. I can't even imagine what it would be. It's so scary, so worrying. This was intense, guys. I don't know whether you noticed it, but it's really, we are voicing all the negative thoughts. We are voicing all the worries, and we are allowing them to come out of our subconscious and bring the anxiety a little bit down and sort of calm down this instinctive response to a threat. Now, would you like to come back and give me some feedback? How does it feel? So voicing it helps you accept it more. Excellent. Yeah. And we also release the steam. We are under severe pressure. That's what the body is saying. This was really an intense tapping. Yes, no wonder tears are coming up. Because this is very, very personal, I'm going now to tap only on the physical representation of this huge tension in the body. I want you to come back with is it tightness, is it tension, the part of the body where you're feeling it, and the number of the intensity. You know why the shoulders are tense? Because we feel threatened, and our options when we are threatened are fight, to do something about it, or to flee, to just disappear, to find a way. But because we are here and we can't go, you may feel trapped, and you need to do something about it. This is why the tension in the shoulders. Actually, at the moment, you are allowing your body to experience, to go through all these little stressors that have been triggering you for the past 3 or 4 weeks that we are in self-isolation. So even though my shoulders are tense and my upper body is ready to fight, I'll fight when the time comes. Even although my body is tense, I feel so threatened by this situation. I'll fight when the time comes. Even although I feel so tense in my upper body. I wonder, what can I do in this situation? And we'll tap on this tension in my shoulders. The tension in the shoulders. The tension in the upper body. It is so tense. I almost feel the need to fight. My body has been stressed from all the news and all the horrible things that have been happening in the last days. It's really threatening. And my body responds with tension in the upper part of it. It is so tense, so constricted. And I don't know what to do with this energy. I can't even go to the gym. I might beat someone from my family if we are all in very narrow space. Let's do the 9G. Close eyes, open eyes, look deep down right, deep down left, clockwise circle, anti-clockwise circle. Let's hum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And let's hum. On the top of the head. My body's all tense. I feel this tension in my shoulders. I feel like I'm ready to jump and fight. And it is so unfair. It caught us by surprise, this virus and this lockdown. And I have all this energy that I haven't spared. All this tension in my body, all this tension in my shoulders. And I've got nothing I can do to relieve the situation, to resolve the situation. And it is making me so powerless, so helpless. It's so unpleasant. Take a deep breath. Pay attention to the shoulders, to the upper body. Give it again a rating so that I know where you are in this process. I'm going to ask something else. Has anyone felt as if this is so unfair? Where did this all come from? Or I was so unprepared. I didn't have a safety net. Mm-hmm. How about this? Has it crossed your mind that the whole situation? Okay, everyone is in this, but I'm sure that some of us probably feel it's so unfair. I would very much like to wrap it up with something positive. Let's do this just without a setup, just tune into this. It's so not fair. And you can use all your words that are coming naturally to your mind. It's so not fair. We didn't deserve this. No one deserves to be ill. And we all are in this situation. But it's such an undeserved suffering for everyone. And who does need all this so much suffering? It's so not fair. And I didn't have any preparation for it. And I haven't been preparing a safety net or a nest egg. Or if I had, I'm losing it by now. This was so unfair. And again, you can do this using your own words that come naturally, just to vent out the negative emotions about unfairness, anger, or safe blame for not being prepared to deal with uncertainty. That's the whole point of uncertainty. Now, if you come back to me, how does it feel now when you're thinking in general about your situation? The whole purpose of this tapping is to increase our capacity for thinking, for rational thinking, for any resources that may be available to us, any friends or family that may again be a resource, or we may be looking for help somewhere else. What comes to mind for you as resources? Is any solution coming to your mind? Or I'll reframe, do you see any hope in the tunnel? It won't last forever. That's definitely a very positive reframe. Any other resources that comes to mind? Or just do you feel that you have the stamina, the resilience, the tenacity, or the ability to adapt? We just have to keep going and we'll see. Yeah, that was a very good one. Thank you. You can be practical now and look at your money, because if you had anxiety, money anxiety before that, it would have marked the money issue with something, oh no, I don't want to even to think about it. But now, when we've come down the anxious mind, we feel like, oh, how about doing it? Actually, I think I can go and do it. I think I'll review my expenses and maybe I don't know, I don't need that, or I can renegotiate it something else, or I'll see if I can postpone my mortgage payment. So there are some external resources, but we can think about them only when we calm down the brain, this anxious brain.
Mm-hmm.
How about internal resources? Do you feel that you're mentally strong or courageous person, that you have the stamina to get through it? And that since it is not personal, everyone's in it. Yeah, this sounds really positive. I can do it. We all have to do it. Okay, let's do one final round of tapping, guys. Even although this is a really challenging situation and probably one round of tapping won't solve it, I'm not alone in it. I can do it. We'll all have to do it. Even although this is probably the most challenging situation mankind is facing, the present day mankind is facing, I know deep down inside of me, I have the resilience and strength to go through it. It's not going to last forever. And I can find more practical ways to deal with it. And just tap. Okay, it's really a challenging situation. And I admit it's giving me really big anxiety and worries. But everyone's in the same situation. It's not just me. I may find more practical solutions now that I've set my mind to do it. Now I can look at my finances with a calm mind. And we all are in it, under the arm. And together we may find a way. We don't need a lot, and we certainly don't have a luxury lifestyle. so we may adapt. As long as we adapt, we'll survive. As long as we keep together, we'll survive. As long as we have hope, it won't last forever. We'll find the way. I choose to be calm and peaceful when I'm thinking about money. And then I'll find the way. I'll look for help. I'll find resources. There are other people in my situation. And there will be sun on our street too. This is a figurative expression. It will be over. And after the storm will be over. And after it, the sun will rise. Just take a deep breath, guys. And again, I'm going to ask you to invite you for one final time. If you look at your financial statement or think about it, do you think you can do it? I can look at it with a clear head without panicking. Excellent. Wonderful. Thank you so much for participating, and see you next time.